Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Nashtaprayeshu Vatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. Continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 20, text number 29. Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. Tvam Kvarnacharanam Bhojam Madvivula Lochanam Kanchi Kalapa Vilasad Kula Channarodasam. The body given up by Brahma took the form of the evening twilight, when the day and night meet, a time which kindles passion. Asuras, who are passionate by nature, dominated as they are by the element of Rajas, took it for a damsel, whose lotus feet resounded with the tinkling of anklets, whose eyes were wide with intoxication, and whose hips were covered by fine cloth, over which shone a girdle. So the first body, that was the body of ignorance, that was taken by Yaksha and Rakshasas, and that was the night time. And now this is the body of passion. This is the evening time, and that is a time when the passion is really high, and that is taken up by the demons. As early morning is a period for spiritual cultivation, the beginning of evening is a period for passion. Demoniac men are generally very fond of sex enjoyment. Therefore, they very much appreciate the approach of evening. The demons took the approach of the evening twilight to a beautiful woman, and they began to adore her in the various ways. They imagined the twilight to be a very beautiful woman with tingling bangles on her feet, a girdle on her hips, and beautiful breasts, and for their sexual satisfaction, they imagined the appearance of this beautiful girl before them. So this is the mentality of passionate people. They are the real demons who are passionate, and that is why the passionate people, they generally keep their houses very nicely, cities, cars, or their appearance very nice. Ignorant people won't care much about it, but passionate people, they keep it very nice, because all they want to do is attract the opposite sex. If it is men, they want to attract women. If it is women, they want to attract men. Because for them, the ultimate aim is to enjoy physical relationships. Nothing wrong with keeping clean. That's not what I'm saying. Even the people in goodness, they'll also keep everything clean. But the mentality is different. Mentality here is to enjoy, there is to serve, or be very satisfied in whichever way. But passionate people are never ever satisfied. They want to do more and more, make more and more money, go for more and more material possessions. This is what their whole life is all about. Anyo anya shleshayo tunga nirantar payodharam sunasam sudvicham snigdha hasalilavalokanam. Her breasts projected upward because of the clinging to each other, and they were too contiguous to admit any intervening space. She had a shapely nose and beautiful teeth. A lovely smile played on her lips, and she cast a sportful glance at the asuras. So this is a twilight, and the asuras are thinking of this as a woman, and basically the idea is they would just want to enjoy. Text 31. Guhantim pridya atmanam nilal kavrutinim uplabhyasura dharma sarve sammuhu sriyam. Adorned with dark tresses, she hid herself as it were out of shyness. Upon seeing that girl, the asuras were all infatuated with an appetite for sex. The difference between demons and demigods is that a beautiful woman very easily attracts the minds of demons, but she cannot attract the mind of a godly person. A godly person is full of knowledge, and a demoniac person is full of ignorance. Just as a child is attracted by a beautiful doll, similarly, a demon who is less intelligent and full of ignorance is attracted by material beauty and an appetite for sex. The godly person knows that this nicely dressed and ornamented attraction of high breasts, high lips, high hips, beautiful nose, and fair complexion is Maya. All the beauty a woman can display is only a combination of flesh and blood. Sri Shankaracharya has advised all persons not to be attracted by the interaction of flesh and blood. They should be attracted by the real beauty in spiritual life. The real beauty is Krishna and Radha. One who is attracted by the beauty of Radha and Krishna cannot be attracted by the false beauty of this material world. That is the difference between a demon and a godly person or a devotee. So one who is attracted by the beauty of Radha and Krishna, in fact, that is the real beauty. I mean, you look at the picture behind me. It's Radha Neela Madhav from Houston Temple. Look at how beautifully the devotees have decorated him. So this is the real beauty to be attracted by. But we all have our weaknesses. We all are conditioned souls. We all are trying or struggling hard to make progress on the spiritual life. So, momentarily the attraction could be there, but then the intelligence should take over. Like Shankaracharya has said, it is the interaction of flesh and blood only. Anybody's beauty for women, men, and for men, women, they're basically just combination of flesh and blood. And there's a nice story in this regard. There was a king who went to forest for hunting, and while hunting, he got thirsty. So he saw there's a hermitage or a nice hut nearby, not a hermitage, a hut nearby. So he went and knocked at the door, and a beautiful young girl, she opened the door. And the king got really attracted. King means they are passionate people. Kshatriyas are in the mode of passion. So she asked the king, what do you want? King said, I'm thirsty, I'm the king. And she gave him water. And then the king said, well, now I want you because I'm really attracted by your beauty. The girl, she understood, but she was a very saintly girl. She said, oh, king, I cannot refuse your advancement because you're the king. So why don't you come after 3 days? And then I'll fulfill your desires. King said, okay. So what? 3 days as it is. 3 days, no problem. So king came back to his kingdom, went after 3 days. So for 3 days, what the girl did, she took some purgatives, means that induces vomiting and like loose motions. So she took some medicines for this. And whenever she would vomit, she would put that in a bucket. And she was collecting that in a bucket outside the hut because it would be really stinking. So for 3 days, when she vomited, obviously her beauty was completely gone. And she was haggardly looking. And so the king came, king knocked at the door, and the girl opened the door. King said, oh, I'm looking for that girl who told me come after 3 days. That beautiful girl, I want to see her. Girl said, I'm the same girl. King said, "You cannot be. What do you mean you're the same girl? You're some ugly looking girl. She was very beautiful, very young. I want to see her. I want to meet her." The girl said, "Well, actually, King, my dear King, I'm the same girl, but I just separated my beauty. That's all. And the youth. And I kept it in that bucket." King was surprised. How can you separate beauty and youth? King girl said, "Please go look in the bucket." King just removed the lid of the bucket and it was stinking. King said, "What is this? What do you mean by all this?" Then the girl gave him the real knowledge. He was just attracted by the flesh and blood combination, and, and the beauty is there. That's all it is that you were attracted by. So then King understood. The girl was really saintly, and the king understood. He got the message. But the problem is, we don't get this message. Or even if we do, temporarily or sometimes, Maya becomes so strong. The attraction by Maya gets so strong that it really pulls, and especially the people who are struggling to make advancement on the path of bhakti, they get really pulled over by Maya. Maya really tests them. So that is why we do need more and more association of devotees. So in that association, we can be saved. Otherwise, Maya is very, very strong. And and another quality of Maya, because she is energy of Krishna, another quality is she knows where the weak point is and she hits right there. Somebody could be attracted by the physical beauty of the other sex. Somebody could be attracted by the intelligence. Somebody could be attracted by the beautiful singing of the other person, other sex. Somebody could be attracted by the how he speaks, how he or she talks, how he or she walks. Somebody could be attracted by the strength of the other person, or somebody could be attracted by the material monetary opulence. Basically, these are all the pitfalls that we can fall into. We can get attracted by. Krishna is the source of all beauty. Krishna is the source of all opulence, all knowledge, all wealth, all strength, all everything. Somebody gets attracted by the renunciation of something. Krishna is the source of renunciation. And this Krishna, even though he is a source or he has everything in full, he gets attracted by the beauty of Srimati Radharani. He is known as Madan Mohan, but Srimati Radharani even attracts him. She is Madan Mohan Mohini. That is the beauty, or these are the qualities of Srimati Radharani. Krishna has unlimited number of devotees who he has to look after. But Srimati Radharani, her only and only center of attraction is Krishna. That's it. She doesn't waver from that. So that is the beauty. That's her quality. That's her strength, and that attracts Krishna. So all we got to do is get attracted somehow or other, serve them in such a way, serve them so nicely that, and pray to them. Like in chanting, we do pray to them. Oh Radharani, oh Krishna, please engage me in your service. And this prayer should come from the heart. That I have served Maya long enough, so many lifetimes. millions of lifetimes, and she's never satisfied because she always sends new and new pieces of attraction that keeps me bound up in her clutches. But now somehow or other I have come on this path of bhakti. So hey Radharani, hey Krishna, please, 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 please engage me in your service. And after we repeatedly ask again and again and over with determination, with really begging from the bottom of our hearts, really, really begging, really understanding our precarious position in this material world. But Maya is not going to let us go just like that. It's going to take real, sincere effort. Then there is a possibility that they will engage us in their service. And even while serving, we can get attracted by other things. That is what we have to understand. This is all games of Maya. And Maya can come in the form of this beautiful woman or in the form of anything. Could be power, could be position, could be I want respect from others. I want adoration from others. Anything and everything that can distract us from the path of bhakti, that is Maya. It can come in the form of high knowledge. Hey, I have lots of knowledge. People should respect me. Or just, I just want to have lots of knowledge. I just want to. The idea behind this is not service of Krishna. It's my satisfaction. That is all subtle sex life, subtle sex desire. There could be gross sex desire, there could be subtle. And all these are basically there to distract us from the path of bhakti. Not to distract us, actually, basically to make us more strong, to make us more surrendered, to make us more determined that I will not let go of you, Krishna, no matter what. We can fail. That's normal. It happens. But again, we should just dust off and get up and get going again. That is the real struggle that we have. And there will be many, many, many attractions on the way. More we make progress, more advancement, more qualities of Krishna, percentage wise, we will develop. Krishna is all attractive, so devotee also becomes not all attractive, but reasonably attractive in different ways. And that's when Maya strikes. I don't know how many of you have read Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita by Satswarup Maharaj. Even Prabhupada, when he was, I think he was college going at that time, and he was already married. But somehow he didn't get along with his wife or whatever, Krishna's arrangement. So in college, either he was learning harmonium from his friend or something like that. But Prabhupada himself told Satswarup Maharaj, and Satswarup Maharaj wrote that Prabhupada got attracted by that friend's girl, sister, or there was some girl somehow in that connection when he was learning harmonium. Prabhupada got attracted, although he was married. And Prabhupada then he told his father that he's getting attracted by this girl. His father told him that it's good thing you're not attached to your wife, but don't make this mistake. So somehow he got good counsel from his father, and then he held back. So Maya can attract anybody at any time. So we can say, oh, Prabhupada was an initiated. But Prabhupada is a Mahabhagavad, is pure devotee from birth. So to get attracted by Maya or the products of Maya is not a big deal. It is going to happen. What is big deal is after what? After that, what? If the person repents, regrets, and still gets up and takes on the process of bhakti again, that is the best. And even better than that is the devotees who don't give up on him, who still bring him and help him get back on his feet. This is what Krishna is looking for. Not for our judgment and um, thinking I'm better than you and so you don't belong here or whatever we want to say. That's not the right attitude. We all are fallen. We are in this fallen condition, we're just trying to help each other to get up and carry on with the process of bhakti. Because that is the only thing that is going to save us. Some person is fallen today and tomorrow somebody else will be fallen. Then what? So this attraction is always there because we have those demoniac tendencies. If we study that chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna has listed those tendencies, those qualities or demons. They're all in us. All those qualities, tendencies are there in us. So yes, we are trying, we are struggling to chant and struggling to perform bhakti, but these attractions will be there. Either subtle or gross sex attractions will be there, and all we have to do is just somehow or other cling on to the lotus feet of Krishna, cling on to our chanting beats, cling on to chanting, cling on to the devotees association, and we will make progress. Otherwise, there is no other hope. Sorry, I took a little long on this one. Text 32. Aho rupam, aho dhairyam, aho asya navam vaya, madhya kamaya mananam, akame visarpati. The demons praised her. Oh, what a beauty, what rare self-control, what a budding youth in the midst of us all who are passionately longing for her. She is moving about like one absolutely free from passion. So this is the demoniac mentality. When they want to enjoy the opposite sex, they just praise the opposite sex like in Vitarkayanto bahudatam sandhyam pramadakritam abhisambhavya vishrimbhat pare prichan kumedasa. Indulging in various speculations about the evening twilight, which had appeared to them endowed with the form of a young woman. The wicked-minded asuras treated her with respect and fondly spoke to her as follows. Kasi kasyasi rambhoru kovarthaste atra bhamini rupadravena pannena durbhagano vibhadase. Who are you? Who are you, a pretty girl? Whose wife or daughter are you? And what can be the object of your appearing before us?
How I am living.
Why do you tantalize us, unfortunate as we are, with the priceless commodity of your beauty? The mentality of the demons in being enamored by the false beauty of this material world is expressed herein. The demoniac can pay any price for the skin beauty of this material world. They work very hard all day and night, but the purpose of their work is to enjoy sex life. Sometimes they misrepresent themselves as karma yogis, not knowing the meaning of the word yoga. Yoga means to link up with the Supreme Personality of Godhead or to act in Krishna consciousness. A person who works very hard, no matter in what occupation, and who offers the result of the work to the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is called a karma yogi. So these demons, they really want to enjoy this girl, and then they talk so nicely just to attract her. And Prabhupada says they call themselves as karma yogi, but they are just working hard day and night to make money and to attract opposite sex. That's it. Yava kachit tvam ambale dishteya sandarshanam tava utsuno shiknam mananam kandu kridaya manaha. Whoever you may be, you beautiful girl, we are fortunate in being able to see you. While playing with the ball, you have agitated the minds of all onlookers. Uh, well, there's still many, many verses on this, so I think I'll stop here. We'll cover this verse tomorrow. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So you were discussing about respect, and we also have studied so much that if we want to chant the holy name purely, we should not have any expectation of respect. Um, we may not be openly demanding respect, or we don't want to be honored and praised by others. But if somebody disrespects you and then calls you names and abuses you or your guru and other people, other Vaishnavas, then in that case, if we expect them to behave properly, is that called expecting respect?
There are two things. One is if somebody insults us. So more we are attached to the respect part, then more we will be angered or affected by the insult or the disrespect. But if somebody insults a guru or Krishna or Prabhupada, then there's nothing wrong in dealing with them properly to tell them to show proper respect to the senior Vaishnavas or God Himself. So there are two aspects of this. Is that okay?
Sorry, Prabhu. Last sentence, what you spoke, I didn't hear. It was it was disconnected by network.
I'm saying
Probably I will hear
that
the recording.
if somebody disrespects Srila Prabhupada or Krishna or Guru, then we should deal with that person properly. At least try to philosophically and make him understand that this is not the proper way. Of course, there's one way to kill him. Third way is to leave that place. But in that case, yes, getting little heavy is okay. But not in the case of when somebody disrespects or insults us. That person doesn't care. Devotee don't care.
Right, I got your point. Sometimes the person is not willing to understand because there is a lot of malice which he or she has accumulated over the years against the Vaishnavas in general. Not only the ISKCON movement or Prabhupada, they are also angry with the Vaishnavas of other paramparas. So we have, if we notice that they have this kind of a tendency, and they have also so much anger against us for some reason. So there is no question of a dialogue between us and that kind of persons. And there are some others who blindly support such people because of some reasons. So these are also considered to be offenders. So it's not about offense to personal self or to myself. It is offense to all the devotees. Generally, they look down upon the devotees. So if we encounter such people, because they are not respecting any Vaishnavas, they don't have respect for anybody in their heart. So the when we meet such people and we don't interact with them or we avoid them, is that considered to be an act of expecting respect from them? Because they are not respecting, but we avoid them because they are very offensive. So is it also kind
Yeah,
of a
so in that, no, in that case, avoidance is the best way. Just avoid. So you're not expecting any respect or any honor. You just don't feel comfortable in interacting. That's it. That's okay.
Yeah, what I feel is if we interact with them, there is a more chance of them offending further. So this is the pattern. It's not just once, twice. They have repeated this for many times. So we probably have ignored those in the past so many times. But now, if we have come to the conclusion that these people cannot be easily changed, so they can probably associate with some Vaishnava sometimes, and probably they will also become devotees. But then, right now, it is not in our capacity. In that case, to leave them and to avoid all type of interaction with them, even if they want it, is that considered to be arrogance?
No, it just, see, first thing is I have to make sure my mental equilibrium is not disturbed. Because first of all, I have to do my sadhana bhakti before I can do help anybody else. So if interaction or any kind of association with others is going to disturb me, what is the point?
True, Prabhu. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful answer.
So all we, I mean, if something like this happens to you, so you can just say, Prabhuji, Mataji, whoever it is, I'm just not comfortable. That's all. It's if something is lacking in me, just say that. Just get away. I'm not comfortable. I'm not qualified. So please leave me.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Any other question or comment? Mousumi, beta, whenever you come to the class, I expect a question from you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Radha, Radha Prabhu has already asked so many questions, so I was
Oh.
listening to you. This
Okay.
is not only with the, devotees association. It happens in the common world mostly. So, the answers which you have explained, it is so true. I also feel that we should leave such association rather than indulging much and invest our brain too much thinking on those unnecessary stuffs. Because, Prabhuji, we should always try at least thrice. I feel like, to sort out the situation, and after that also, if you feel that the situation is going the same, I think rather we keep on indulging on the same matter. We should leave such association. Otherwise, we tend to draw a lot of negative energy from those kind of association. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was also one of my doubts, but you have cleared it very nicely today, and which I have been doing it. Thank you so
Well,
much. I
I
don't.
tried myself.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes your own people, I mean, whom you feel like they are very, close to you, or you have spent a good amount of time with them, and suddenly they react or behave with you in such a manner that which makes you very, I mean, annoyed or disappointed. But still, that is something in from our side. It's a mistake. Like we keep on putting our unwanted expectation from people, which is completely, I mean, I would say what to say, nothing to say. But yes, this stuffs will only hurt us, nothing else. Rather,
Mhm.
without putting expectation, if we do our own duties, that is always better, and that only gives us peace. So in my case
True.
also, many times it happens. So now I found this is the best way to deal with any situations.
Mataji, it's Hare Krishna. Mataji, it's not only your case; it is case with many people. Okay, including myself. Spoken to people who are very nice at the beginning, but they showed their color at the. I mean, why I'm saying why should I judge someone? It's because the person is normal, and then he or she reacted abruptly or in a different way. So, and that
See,
showed the right.
everybody acts according to his own sanskar, his own consciousness. We cannot
Yes,
change that. All we can do is work on our sanskara, our consciousness. That's all.
but Prabhuji, I would like to add one line here.
Mhm.
Since, like, once we become Krishna consciousness, not saying, I mean, we are at the very early stage, but then if this kind of situation occurs, what I feel is, in my point of view, is just that Krishna is all for me. And because भाई सबको ही जाना है, everybody has to go. So
Mhm.
उनकी शरण में ही we have to go actually. बाकी सब तो क्षणभंगुर है.
Krishna will send these kind of people to test us, actually,
Yes.
to make us more strong.
Very true.
So what I have understood is like we should never lose our own identity or real nature just for the sake of others' behavior. Suppose kindness is our very true basic nature, but out of some impulsive nature, sometimes we tend to react, but we should not lose our temper. On the other hand, the other person take you for granted because of your very beautiful nature. So, but still, I feel like we should not lose our patience and react with them on their way. Rather, leave those association. Otherwise, yeah.
True, but that's also a test of a patience and tolerance.
Yes, Prabhuji, that is
And
very true.
Krishna will test to extreme. This is just the beginning. He will test to the extreme possible. Just imagine that.
But
Okay.
your
Yes.
technique, which you have shared for 5 minutes of everyday introspection, this is really, really helpful.
हम लाए थे.
Yep. Chalo, I guess we can stop here. You all have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri
Thank you very much, Prabhu. You too
Hare
have a
Krishna.
wonderful